You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. A retirement community resident died in a fire this morning. Police say it happened on Village Circle North in Greenwood Village. Authorities say the home was fully engulfed and heat from the fire damaged two neighboring homes. Fire officials say the cause of the fire was non-criminal. And more than 400 people were killed as Israel launched airstrikes across the Gaza Strip. Now, it happened early this morning despite a ceasefire in place since January. The Israeli prime minister ordered the attacks after Hamas refused to change the ceasefire agreement. And the MTA says congestion pricing will continue despite its deadline from the feds. Now, the Trump administration set a Friday deadline to stop the tolling, but the MTA says they will keep the pricing as is unless they are ordered to stop by a court. And a lawsuit accuses the Patchogue Medford School District of ignoring bullying complaints. Parents of a set of 8th grade twins say they went through years of bullying, but districts ignored their complaints. The district tells Newsday it, quote, does not comment on individual student matters or pending litigation. And Elmont Parents wants to remove Belmore Merrick from the high school sports schedule after years of complaints of racial harassment at games. Belmore Merrick officials say spectators have engaged in racist behavior in the past, and the issue has been addressed. All right, now for a quick look at tomorrow's weather, shall we? It was a beautiful day today, another gorgeous one tomorrow with temps in the mid-50s. We'll have your 7-day forecast later in the broadcast. 10 Nassau police detectives are currently being trained to make immigration arrests. Nassau politics reporter Bahar Astadan explains more.
ICE has just made public its agreement with Nassau County Police, where essentially it's deputizing 10 Nassau County Police detectives to arrest and help deport immigrants without legal status in this country. One of these detectives can ask anyone who's charged with a crime that they suspect of being undocumented, what their legal status is, check their legal status, and then call ICE, potentially serve a warrant if there's a warrant for their arrest based on an immigration violation, transport them to an ICE detention facility, among other tasks that they're now authorized to do that normally are reserved for immigration officers at the federal level.
Now, these officers will continue their duties with the NCPD and will be sworn in once training is completed. Grab some ink, we're getting tats. At Lord Tattoo in Westbury, art is all the buzz. And the artist behind the pins is none other than...
I'm Bruce Kaplan. I'm the owner of Lark Street Tattoo Company, and I've been tattooing for 35 years.
Kaplan has been putting ink to skin for decades and has done tattoos big and small.
It's a service industry for the community who is constantly looking to immortalize things or have a memorial piece done for somebody to remember a special event.
Kaplan says although tattoo trends change, the demand for a good tattoo artist is still strong.
The level of talent that has gotten into the business is so extraordinary that just a simple person who's like, a good illustrator isn't necessarily going to make it as a tattooer.
He says you have to have skill, patience, and compassion.
Well, you're dealing with somebody who's, got feeling the sensation of the tattoo, which is pretty painful. It's not terrible.
Wait a minute. I have skills. I have patience. I'm pretty compassionate, so...
How hard really is it?
You want to give it a try?
Absolutely.
Deep breath in.
I can't do it, no. I'm not gonna mess it up, I promise.
Okay, I may not be the guy, but if you ask the man under the lights, he has his own criteria to trust someone with their body art.
We laugh, we hang out, and have a good time while he's doing it. and got to be comfortable with someone leaning over you for 4 hours. And
Although permanent for the client, Kaplan says it's the opposite for the artist. Listen to this. The last trait to be a good tattooer is the ability to let things go. Out the door, out of view, and out into the world.
There's a lot of artists who have a lot of trouble letting go of what they create. Very different with tattooing. Tattooing, it's all about seeing it leave and knowing that it's going to live a life outside of your studio.
Ken Bufa, Newsday TV. I'm actually fully tattooed underneath this suit. Just kidding. All right, let's take a closer look at your 7-day forecast, shall we? Like I said, tomorrow is going to be absolutely gorgeous with temps in the mid-50s. Thursday, we have some rain to start off the official start of spring. Friday, it looks like we have some rain too. The weekend is dry though, and we'll take a look at next week when we get there.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
You're watching Newsday TV. For more on all the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. I'm Ken Bufa. Thank you so much for joining us.